The Cure are back with a brand new album, Songs of a Lost World, being the latest album since the 413 Dream record back in 2008. It's been a little while since The Cure's done anything, and it seems that they have got at least 5 more years in them before Robert Smith, the lead singer and the only original member of the band, left. The band as well will decide to call it quits. So this will maybe not be the last record from The Cure, but it definitely has this huge, grand feel to opening the final years of the band up, and it does it in a way that's quite intriguing to say the least. You got a lot of good potential atmospherical moments on this record that definitely enter a new sound, bringing in old elements and making it work in a way that's really nice and pleasant to the ears. Robert Smith's voice, from when The Cure started, from when The Cure's picked up traction to being quite a big band, even to their previous record from 2008, Robert Smith is still a really confident and well-crafted singer with a nice vocal range to this point. I think his voice still works in this gothic aesthetic the band's been building up in a lot of their songs, and I think even this sort of direction they take it with more experimentation is definitely intriguing and a direction I've actually been interested to going into. You've got 8 tracks on this record, and in my opinion, each one delivers this experience of brand new Cure music very well. I mean, Alone and A Fragile Thing are like the big single representations of this record. Alone is a good start, and I think it takes a little while to get into the meat of the song where Robert starts singing and the instrumentals pick up even more. But I mean, it's a whole intro to really reel you into a whole new sound. It's Songs of a Lost World. You get this eerie opening that accompanies with this calm, melodic sound, and I think Alone does a really good job in opening that. And A Fragile Thing is a really good single as well. I think this probably is one of my favourites from this record. Alone, I think it's just definitely got this fun atmosphere to it, and one that pushes into something that feels sort of groundbreaking for the band, as they really managed to find new sounds and ideas, but it keeps element of the old classic Cure stuff. Even some of this does feel like I could see a few of these tracks belonging on something like Wish, for example, or Three Imaginary Boys. There's definitely got some potential lurking there. It's a whole new refined sound, but it definitely would fit in a discography, proceeding on from how those 2 records, just random ones that I picked from their discography, and how it go here. Even I get a little bit of a Disintegration vibe with some of the tracks in the middle. I guess that's just how I hear it from Nodrone, but I find this track to probably be the strongest. I think it's a really fun one. I honestly love how this one pushes for a little bit more no, not the word. I feel like this one pushes a little bit more past the sombre aspect to the band, and I'm liking the more upbeat instrumentation, as it definitely feels like the band's putting in some little bits of funk here and there, but obviously going for a more well-grounded rock record, that it definitely does that. And Drone No Drone is no exception, a really strong song, and probably one of my favourite Cure songs ever released. Same with Warsong as well. I think this one has a nice opening, and when it really cracks into the meat of the track, or the record, it does. And plus I think the hooks on this track alone is definitely some of the best. I think that's my only issue with this record, is there's a lack of hooks that reel you in, and I think you gotta follow the song structure to vibe with it. It's more of an album, and I think the songs work better played one by one, I guess. It works as a track list rather than just some of the songs. They do work well on their own, but I just think the songs meant to be played as an album structure, and I think that's a cool idea. I just think the hooks, honestly, I think that's pretty much one of the only complaints I have with it, is I just don't think it's quite as catchy as it could be. I definitely think the catchiness of tracks like Friday I'm in Love, Boys Don't Cry, like, you have a lot of stuff that has a very iconic hook to it, but this one plays with more riffs that are really good. The bass line's great, the grooves are really nice, and I think they definitely give you a solid step. I mean, for The Cure to come back since 2008 and release a really good record, probably one of their best, is is quite surprising because a lot of bands coming back, they don't quite get the charm. I mean, when Gorillaz made their big comeback with Humans, that was kind of a hit or miss, but that was because there was too much experimentation and guest features. But the Cure's just bringing back what worked. They kind of picked up where they left off and excelled in some pretty good ideas. That's all I really got to say with this record. Um, Other than, I think it's just the hooks that I just kind of wish we had a little more of. And some of the songs do this long opening, especially End Song, which really picks up the lyrics to the second half of the track, which is fine because I think a longer song definitely benefits from that. But some of the short songs do it as well, and I think it kind of takes a little bit more potential from it. But I'm not too complaining because I still think the shorter songs, are probably some of my favourites. I mean, literally the two shortest tracks, or the three shortest tracks, are the only ones that are under 5 minutes, and they're both all my favourites. So yeah, I think it kind of works out in the well in the end. I'm gonna give this album a 4 out of 5. It's a really strong Cure album, and it's definitely one I was not expecting to bring in just such a good moody atmosphere. It's really good. I just love the overall presence of it. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next video.